This is a genuine just woke up in the morning look. This is not a in the movies when they wake up and their hair looks great, and they don't look like this. To morning. This morning, it's a little after 6 AM, so it's not that early. The sun isn't up. It will come up over there. But we're just having a quick wander. Jackson can have a quick run around and do his business, and then we're heading up the road to Il Civettaio, to Gregorio's farm. He's harvesting his Merlot this morning. We're going to go up and see the gang do their Merlot harvest. I'm going to go home and make a really strong coffee and a coffee to go, and then we're going to go and watch some more harvesting. Hey ho, let's go. Yep. So we just arrived at Civettaio. You can see behind us. Forgive the shadows. These guys are harvesting their Merlot today, so I can see. You see up on the hill. You probably can't see them, but they're up on the hill harvesting now. So we're going to go and see the guys bring in the Merlot. The first tractor load will be in about an hour, Gregorio reckons. So if we can film a bit, and then you can see the tractor coming in, see where the grapes go and everything that's done after that. The difference between these and what we saw last week with the early harvest as well. These are proper mature bunches of grapes. The tractor's coming up the hill now. We just pegged it up here with Gregorio, just chased him up. The tractor's going to be here any second with the first bunch of grapes on, and we can see them being destemmed, crushed, squeezed. Sono 25, signor sì.
The problem is, you see, they are very small fruits, very, very dry. This is more a blueberry, than a grape. So it's difficult to cut them. So you have to work it very close. And they don't have juice inside.
No.
And so if you see the pump also, has very difficulties to bring everything.
Yeah.
Very slow.
Yeah. Okay, so what Gregorio's just told me is that the grapes are so small, they're like more like blueberries. Tiny, tiny, tiny grapes. So they're really struggling with getting them through the destemming machine, getting the grapes off the stems because they're so bloody small, and the pump's really struggling to pump them through because they're so small. And it's basically because it's so dry, we've had no rain, and if you squeeze them, see that? Just shot its load all over the lens, but there's not much juice in those at all. See that? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting year definitely for the Merlot harvest. We'll see with the rest, see how he gets on, but yeah.
Yes, and here
There's
generally
a lot left on, yeah, because
yes,
they're so small.
but you see, this is pepper, not more. You see, it remains the very, and it is good. There remains the very, very dry that you don't use for nothing.
No.
And no, it's a very difficult harvest.
Yeah.
Because we harvested Vermentino. What was Thursday last week, and the half. Exactly the half.
Yeah.
I used to say I had 2 chicken.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, lunch, dinner, and now I go and I have only 1 chicken. You see, and it's really the half. Let's have a coffee.
Okay.
600 bottles, so not 200, but I have something.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think it'll be quality versus quantity next year? You'll have a better quality wine, just less?
I don't know. I say Vermentino at now is perfect. Analyses are perfect. 12.7 expected alcohol. That means about 13. So not as I supposed 14.5.
Yeah.
Acidity is a good level. pH is also a good level. So technically everything is okay. The nose is good. Maybe it will be a good wine. With the reds we have to see.
Yeah.
Because you see the berries, in which condition they are. So it depends. This is the just pressed Merlot. So not very clear because of the skins, because of the berries, very small berries. But we will. What I meant, it's clean.
Yeah.
You don't feel strange nose, strange taste, or there is only a little bit of strange nose. A little bit green, say,
Yeah,
something like that. In the nose, but not in the mouth, so I don't know exactly.
So Gregorio's been really honest there and just told us off camera that he reckons he will have about 2,000 to 2,500 bottles from his entire Merlot Alicante crop that he blends. So from about half a hectare. So he should get double that, easily double that. So this year, literally half, he reckons about half his crop is going to lose. Everyone's going to have a really tough year this year. I asked about the olives because he also makes olive oil. And some of the questions I don't like to ask to camera because it's not always pleasant, the answers you get, and then I don't want to share them. But Gregorio's open. And he just said to me it's about economics when it comes to olives this year. So these are his olive trees. So they're, oh, hang on, there, going down the hill, down there. There's some over the back side of the hill house over there as well. But he said he's not going to bother this year. So he doesn't make a lot, he makes enough for the house, but he said, what's the point if I've got 3 olives and trees over there and 4 olives and the trees over there? It's just not worth doing.
I have not a lot, but
They can, you know, the size, the difference is
yes,
insane.
and here you notice this is completely brown.
Yeah.
So it means it's ripe.
Okay. Yeah, it's got that, when you bite it, it's got woody kind of taste to it. Wow.
What a nice grape.
It's a proper bunch of
It
grapes.
begins to dry, but it's a very, very nice. This is 150, 200 grams of grapes. And well,
It's incredible the difference in the size of these compared to the Merlot.
You saw the Merlot.
Yeah.
The Merlot is nothing at all. And here, and they taste also different.
So there you go. That's what a proper grape should look like. So we showed you the Merlot earlier. They were tiny. These are the Alicante, a lot bigger. And tasty too. Yeah, they do taste nice. So what happens is they get destemmed, the grapes go in, crushed, so the juice comes out, and they go along this pipe to the pump, and the pump then sends them along here. That is it, that's the journey. So literally from here, that machine, down there, into the tank. So from the moment they're picked, straight into the tank. This is small production, boutique winemaking at its best, and that's why we work with these winemakers. Everything they do is literally hands-on, straight in off the field, into the tanks, and you really get that expression when you're drinking the wine. You really can taste that. Gregorio was saying the Alicante that he has here is a little bit spicy, so when he blends it with the Merlot, it gives you a little bit of a spice, which he didn't really expect, but it does it and he likes it, so it's great. But I love that. Literally, they come in off the field, other side of the hill, come around in, straight into the tanks, and then they ferment, and it gives you the amazing wines that you're going to try. Gregorio's wines are in wine boxes. On his Commissario's in month 1, his Sangiovese is in month 2. I've got his Rosé, a couple of boxes going to the UK, so if anybody wants that, let us know, because I think it's a great wine. But yeah, so this is Il Civettaio. So this is Il Civettaio, and this is their harvest this year. You know, Sangiovese next week, but today a little bit of Alicante, Merlot, finished.